There is a particular kind of hush that falls over the Japanese countryside just before twilight, when the last golden light clings to the rice fields, when the cicadas pause their endless song, when the air itself seems to hold its breath. It is in these moments, the old stories say, that the boundary between worlds grows thin. And if you were to walk down a certain forest path in feudal era Kyoto, just as the lanterns began to glow in the distance, you might have stumbled upon the most extraordinary establishment, a small, unassuming restaurant, its sliding doors open in welcome, the scent of miso and grilled fish curling into the evening air. The sign above the door was modest, the prices were reasonable, but the staff were unlike any you've ever met. You see, this was no ordinary restaurant. This was the domain of Kitsune, the fox spirits of Japanese folklore, clever, mischievous, and endlessly charming. They had taken on human form to try their hand at the hospitality business. Now, you might wonder, why would ancient spirits bother running a restaurant? The answer, like all things in mythology, is layered. Fox spirits were known to be curious creatures, fascinated by human behavior. Some legends say they ran these establishments to repay kindness. Perhaps a farmer had once spared a wounded fox, and this was their way of saying thank you. Others suggest it was simply for the pleasure of watching humans enjoy their cooking, their sharp eyes twinkling with amusement as patrons marveled at dishes that seemed almost too perfect. But let us step inside, just for a moment. The interior is warm, lit by paper lanterns that cast flickering shadows on the walls. A fox in the guise of a graceful woman glides between tables, her kimono rustling like autumn leaves. Another, appearing as a jovial old man, tends to the hearth, his laughter deep and rich. The food is exquisite, steaming bowls of udon, delicate slices of sashimi, tofu fried to golden perfection. Every bite seems to carry a hint of something otherworldly, a taste that lingers just beyond memory. Of course, there are rules to dining in such an establishment. Never comment on the server's pointed ears or the way their shadows sometimes flicker into something more vulpine. Never ask why the miso soup never cools, no matter how long you take to drink it, and never attempt to pay with counterfeit coin. Foxes have a particular distaste for dishonesty. Most patrons leave satisfied, their bellies full, their spirits light, but a few the greedy, the rude find their experience takes a stranger turn. A man who demands endless refills might wake the next morning to find his pantry mysteriously empty. A woman who insults the cooking could discover her own meals tasting of ash for weeks. The foxes, after all, are still foxes at heart. And then there are the rare, lucky few who see the truth. Perhaps the lantern light shifts at just the right moment. Perhaps they catch a glimpse of a tail witching beneath a server's kimono. These chosen guests are said to receive a final gift, a single perfect mochi, left on their doorstep the next morning, that never seems to run out no matter how many slices are taken. As the years passed, such restaurants became rarer. The modern world, with its electric lights and hurry pace, left little room for fox spirits to set up shop. But every now and then, in some quiet mountain town or along a forgotten alleyway, travelers still report catching the scent of miso on the wind, hearing laughter that sounds just a touch too wild. Perhaps, if you find yourself in Japan on a night when the moon is new and the air is sweet with plum blossoms, you might stumble upon a sliding door left slightly ajar, a lantern flickering where no lantern should be, a voice calling softly, "Your Highness, welcome." But remember, the best meals are those shared with gratitude, and the best stories are those that leave you wondering long after the last bite is gone, whether it was all just a dream. So take a seat, the tea is still warm, and the foxes, as always, are watching.